How many calls are you getting? One. Or you can put the volume all the way down. No, yeah, right. You're out. Okay, so then now we just wait. And then once, it's 6:30, does Jim just start to speak? It starts to be like normal. They'll just start to talk. And they'll just talk. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We're on. We're on. I'm gonna stick around. Yeah. I'm gonna go grab a chair. There's one over there. Jim, are you okay there?
No,
No, I didn't think so.
I'm gonna go sideways, I'm gonna go right here.
Because this phone can spin around. It's got a clock on it.
We want the speaker to be kind of, so that they can hear you too.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you, Bob. Good, here we go.
You know what I mean, Becky? Great, that was something I was gonna. Perfect. That's, I think, too much. Yeah. But I know what you're.
David Lipinski in yet?
David, someone's here. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, barely.
Hi, can the person who just dialed in from number 734-8390, identify yourself so we can include it in the minutes?
John Duquette.
Oh, great. Hi, John.
Who is it?
John Duquette, he just called in.
Okay. John, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Well, you won't have the pictures in your hand, but tomorrow I can bring a copy of them to show you what we're able to find out about your property. So, we'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
It looks like it was, tarred in 2013. And then,
Okay.
then it went back to, dirt after 3 or 4 years. Can you hear me still? John?
Yes, I can, yeah.
Bill
Yes.
Luttrell found it in an overhead photograph of the area. So he's the one he's the investigator. And he showed up with with a tarred area, on the north entrance. So if you want a copy of that, we'll get it to you tomorrow. We have given it
Okay,
a
so
copy.
if it was tarred, what's the problem?
Why don't we wait till we call to order?
Okay, we need David then.
Yes, we have to wait, we still got.
All right, let's wait till we call to order. You'll call it. Do you have a separate phone? Can you use that?
To call someone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's call.
Well, we're still not quite 6:30 yet, do you want to give them 2 more minutes?
Okay.
Where is it?
I should have called David. New one?
Not yet. That's all right.
You got David's phone number?
Yeah.
Give him a call.
Okay.
We can do it over the phone if we have to.
Hey, David, this is Becky Ferguson over at Town Hall, with the Conservation Commission meeting. We're just checking in to see if you're gonna call in. If you're having any problems, give me a call on this phone, 917-348-3741. And I'll back in. Okay, bye.
Yeah, he's there to answer. He knows, he'll call.
Oh, there you go. Wait a second.
Hello?
Hi, David.
Hi, Pam. How are you?
Yay!
Welcome.
Hi.
Where are you?
I guess you're right, it doesn't really matter.
So do we have a quorum?
We do, you made it.
Good.
Okay, Jim, you can call to order.
Okay, it is, what is the date?
Today is, November 5th, 2020.
It is November 5th, 2020, and this is the Conservation Commission, and I'm calling this meeting to order. We have 4 people. David Lipinski, Tammy Schaefer, Tom Robinson, and who's that 4th guy? Oh, that's right, Jim Fassel. Okay, our agenda is a discussion to review the property at 20 North Summer Street, Stanley Lumbers LLC, owned by John Duquette. John Duquette is a member of the audience, and he is called in also. So what we have is the background is that John wants to be able to put tar on the north driveway to his property between Stanley Lumber and Holland Carpenters. So we went out and tried to get some sort of understanding of what the issues were, and it became obvious that there might have been some previous tarring of that driveway, and we had to prove in our own mind that it was, and then it would be just repaving an existing driveway. Mr. Duquette was pretty adamant about feeling that we were too severe with him, and at that point I brought in Bill Luttrell and also Jim Duda for alternate use. Mr. Luttrell told me to have the Conservation Commission make the decision, so any personal feelings would be made by the group, not by an individual. At this point, we have 2 witnesses. One is Jim Duda, and I'll read it. We have owned 24 North Summer since 1999. Over the years, it has been blacktop, but over the years, it has also cracked apart and plowed away and patched. Then that has been ongoing. There's been blacktop and then broken up. He also stated, we feel it would benefit everyone if it were blacktop again properly, so it would help keep the dust down during the summer. It would allow a safer parking for customers. That was one witness. The second witness was Bill Luttrell, and what he did is he went with an overhead satellite pictures of the property, and we have examples of these pictures, and I'm going to send a copy of that to John Duquette tomorrow, Friday, so he can document it in case there's any other issues. Here's Bill Luttrell's statement. Please see the attached ortho photos. Series of photos begin in the late 1990s, extended to 1915. They revealed that the paved part of this entrance was established sometime between 2001 and 2005. The driveway was then degraded in some way not visible from time to time. And it was completely degraded between 1915 and now. If the paved entrance was established after the Riverfront Act regulations were put in place in 1997, then the applicant may have sought and received permit for that work. Your records would let you know if that occurred. If not, it may have been an unintended violation, in which case the commission could decide that they would, what would be required. If the commission is presented with credible information that a paved driveway in the northern entrance did precede the River Protections Act, they might consider this as a maintenance issue and sign Bill Luttrell. So, with these two witnesses, I would ask for the commission's feelings about making this a maintenance issue and deciding that that's what it was. So, Dave Lipinski, what is your comment about it?
Yes, I absolutely think that we should allow him to proceed and that we should consider it a maintenance issue.
Okay. Tom Robinson?
My concern is the maintenance issue related to the work being done prior to 1997. The work was done after 1997. What I state is, what my feeling is, we allow it to be done under pre-existing, not maintenance as a word maintenance, but under property that's been disturbed rather than maintenance, previously disturbed.
Thank you. Tammy?
Yeah, I had to unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Oh, boy.
So after looking at the pictures, it's very clear that the pavement was put there sometime between 2001 and 2005. So since that falls after the 1997 Act, I would be more in agreement with Tom. Allow that to be done, but not under a maintenance type thing. So you can see,
This previously degraded area.
yeah, if you look at the photos, because it's very clear that there's pavement there in 2005, but there's not any in 2001. So sometime between that span is when the pavement was put there.
Very good.
Mhm.
Mr. Duquette, would you want to comment?
Either way, it's got to be done. It's got to be blacktop. It's a hazard. It was blacktopped. Everything around it is blacktop in the town of Adams out near every river. So I don't understand if it's only between the two buildings. I don't understand what the problem is. It's just blacktopping.
Okay.
Obviously, you have witnesses saying it was blacktopped before.
Yes. And so it should be able to be blacktop again.
With a determined.
Okay. Becky, I'm gonna ask for my technical assistant.
I just wanted to let you know that Natasha joined as well.
It passed?
Natasha is on the phone also.
Oh, Natasha. Natasha, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Good. Were you part of the conversation that we've been talking about?
Yes, I've been listening to it.
And what is your feelings?
I think having people drive in and out of there, like customers and stuff, it's a hazard. Not only a hazard, but it can be a liability if someone's car got hurt or if a person got hurt.
Okay, thank you. The motion that I would have, that we would give Mr. Duquette the right to blacktop a 2-rod, entrance to the north driveway. That it would limit what he could put down to 2 rods, which is 32 feet. And the rest of the area would be either, the parking area would be either dirt or some other permeable substance. And that the blacktop should go down as far as the fence at the end of Duda's and Holland's property. I would like to entertain a motion that we do that at this time. Someone would make a motion and second it?
Hold on a second. I have a question for you.
Sure.
So what are you saying? I can't quite understand what you're saying. So are you saying I can't blacktop from one side to the other?
We're gonna give you a 32-foot entranceway where you can blacktop, and the rest of it you'll keep either grass or where you normally park your cars, that will stay as the parking area.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Well, that's not happening. I'm telling you that right now. I am
mean,
not going to have that a strip of being a dirt right there. It's not going to happen. That is ridiculous.
Okay, why don't I amend my motion and just say that we allow you to blacktop that area down to the, I did not get a second, so I can change it. You blacktop the area down to, the fence at the border of Holland and Duda's land. So then.
Okay, so you're saying I can blacktop the whole width from building to building.
I'm making a motion that you can blacktop up to the building, down to Holland's property, perpendicular to it, but no further.
Well, you can't. You got to go past the fence.
John, I have not got a second. Let me get a second. Is there a second out there?
I'll second it for the sake of discussion.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. I have questions, so.
Okay, John, you've got them.
Okay, my question, Jim, is we have pictures of what the original parking area looked like. The area that was paved. Can we duplicate that so Mr. Duquette understands what was there previously and we're willing to agree to replace what was there previously, but we do not want the area expanded?
Okay, so we did not get a second to the motion that I proposed, so I'll redo the promotion.
Oh, Jim, wait a minute, I have a question.
Sure.
This is Tammy. So this question is for John. John, can you just, I have the pictures in front of me, so could you just clarify for me what it is you want to pave, what part. So, I'm looking at the building, I can see where these pavement was previously, and then if you go west of that, between the two buildings, there's like the long driveway, and then it loops around to the parking area. So I just need clarification as to what you're looking to pave.
Okay, so you can see Duda Holland's blacktop parking lot, blacktop driveway, right?
Yeah, I see, yeah, I see that there's like a little piece, you mean behind their building?
Behind their building, yeah.
I think so.
That's a blacktop driveway they have.
Okay. I don't see that. What I see right along the road, I see a paved area between your building and Duda and Holland's. But
Right, so you don't have a picture that shows in back of Duda and Holland's being paved?
It's hard to tell from this picture. Let me look at another one and see.
Can John just explain to us what he wants to do?
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
what- yeah, explain to us, John.
yeah, please go ahead, John.
Yes, this is getting way complicated than it needs to be here.
Right.
And back at Duda and Holland's is already blacktopped. Can you guys see that in the picture?
I think I can, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So there's already blacktop there. There was already blacktop previously within the last few years or 10 years, whatever it was, in the whole area. So between my building at Stanley's Lumber and Duda and Holland's building is where all our customers park.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's down along through the middle is where our big trucks and tractor trailers and everything else go through there for our shipments. So I want a blacktop from building to building.
Mhm.
And then if you go down to Duda and Holland's there where it's blacktopped, there's a fence right there in back of Duda and Holland's.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, I want to go by that fence about 25 feet because my garage door is right there is where I get all my shipments in that garage door on my building, right across from his driveway,
Okay.
but it's down a little bit.
Yeah.
So with that being said, if we stop the blacktop, that's what happens when you stop blacktop at a certain area. It's going to break up and keep on eroding
Right.
when cars drive over it. Okay, so I'm nice enough to let Duda and Holland park all their vehicles on my lot because they have no room as a friendly neighbor. So when they back out of their driveway, if I only blacktop to that fence, like he said, they're going to break up all the blacktop and it's going to keep on crumbling up the driveway as they go throughout the years.
Mhm.
So I don't want to spend $30,000 in blacktop in a parking lot area right there and have it keep on breaking up. And I don't want to keep on driving out and off something where my garage door is, because as you come out of there, if it ain't blacktop nicely, all I'm going to be doing is tracking in dirt and debris everywhere into my building. So all I'm asking is that the place get, hold on a second. All I'm asking is that we blacktopped down to my garage door, which is about 20, 25 feet past Duda and Holland, so that when they back out of your driveway, they're not backing into dirt.
Right.
And as they hit the gas to take off to come up out of there, they're not burning out on the dirt all the time.
I think this makes a lot of sense, and I'd like to make a motion that John be allowed to do as he presented a case to us. I think it's going to greatly improve the situation that's there for the customers, for the drainage, etc. I think it's an improvement. He's a small businessman. He's a taxpayer. I think that we should allow him to proceed. I don't think that we should be giving him a hard time here.
I'll second that motion.
Okay,
Could I add something?
sure.
What are you basing the decision on? Are you basing it on a previously disturbed area? So that when DCR or people come back to us, we have to be able to justify what we're doing. And I believe that's the way to justify it. I don't believe we should be talking about maintenance or anything related to the Wetlands Act. What we need to be talking about is previously disturbed area. And we're allowing him to do it for safety and other reasons.
Thank you, Tom. I agree.
Yeah,
Could we,
I agree.
could we someone take that motion off the board and then go with Tom's motion?
Well, Tom just added to it.
That's
So
all.
I'd like to just keep that motion on board with the understanding that we're doing it because it's going to improve safety. It's also going to take care of a previously degraded area. So I'd like that to be part of the motion.
Okay? I'm going to have you repeat the motion and then we're gonna vote on it.
I'd like to make a motion that we allow Mr. Duquette to proceed with paving the area between Duda's in Holland and Stanley's Lumber to 25 feet beyond the park area where Duda and Holland have their parking area that's already paved, to allow him to get to the doors that he has his shipments made. And we should allow him to proceed with that, with the understanding that it's degraded, it's going to improve safety, and it's going to minimize dust, and it's going to enhance his property.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any more discussion? All right, all in favor of the motion that's been presented to the board, say aye.
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 I'm gonna have to ask you individually. Somehow, I'm looking at the fireplace and then I'm looking for the fireplace to say something. Tom,
Aye.
David,
Aye.
Natasha,
Aye.
Tammy,
Aye.
and myself, aye. I think at this point, the motion is passed, and we're hoping that we can deal with our relations with Mr. Duquette on a fair and even basis in the future. Mr.
Good.
Duquette, you've got that. We'll write it up if you need to be specific. We'll write it up anyways and we'll give it to you. Okay?
Okay, I want to thank the board for being logical and common sense and let me do this. Appreciate it.
Yes.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, next issue. We have a request for an emergency certification procedures. Unfortunately, Bill Luttrell was supposed to come or talk to us about these procedures, but he was sick and unable to be present. So I'm going to continue that to our next meeting, and then and at that point he's feeling better now, but then he can come either that or remotely and tell us what that certification did. Tom?
The only reason why I raised the issue is I got mixed messages on the way we handle emergency certifications. And knowing that we never know when we're going to have another Irene or whatever the case might be, I didn't feel comfortable in that some of the feedback I got was that by doing emergency certifications, we are putting ourselves personally in jeopardy insofar as the DEP was concerned. So all I was asking for is clarification, so we all understood where we would be on emergency certifications, that's all. It's the only
Thank
reason.
you. So we're gonna try to do that when Bill's feeling a little bit better. And, in our next meeting, we'll bring it up again. And then Bill can give us some procedure of what is expected.
Good point, Tom.
Right.
Very good.
The next,
Move to adjourn. What, you got anything else, Tim?
I can't fight City Hall.
There you go.
The movement to adjourn.
There you go.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Oh,
Aye.
I,
aye.
The ayes have it.
Have a good night.
Good night now.
yeah, good
You
night.
too, folks. All right, bye-bye. Good night, everyone.